What's going on, guys? Chad here with Greenlight Shooting, and welcome to this new review video. Today we're talking about the FlexSolo magnetic mount made by BravoBelt. It's this guy right here. So I'm sure you've seen other things like this around, but this one, man, this one's pretty impressive, I have to say. So a couple things about this magnet. Number one, it's meant to mount your firearms in quickly accessible places, right? So it's got 4 holes right here, one on each corner, and then it comes with 4 long screws and some anchors as well if you want to put that in drywall or whatever you need to do. Mount this up where you need to. It also does come with a double-sided sticky adhesive, so you don't have to necessarily drill into something if you don't need to. Your firearm sticks to it, and that thing is not going anywhere. That magnet is rated up to 43 pounds. On their website, it says that it'll work with obviously handguns, but it'll also work with, they said, an AK or a shotgun. And I'm interested to see that. I don't have an AK, but I do have a shotgun and I do have an AR. So let's see if this thing will hold one of them. All right, so I've just got a Mossberg 500 shotgun here with an ATI stock. Let's see if this thing can hold it. Looks like it holds that way. Goes this way. It's holding. It's holding. Look at that. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell with just kind of holding the magnet, but I think it does hold. If you're concerned, though, I think if you got 2 magnets and put one here and one here, something like that, it's not going anywhere. But it does seem like it's going to hold that. Look at that. Pretty impressive. 43 pounds. That is pretty dang impressive. I didn't think it would hold a shotgun. I think it's really cool that it will hold a shotgun because, I think a shotgun is a fantastic home defense weapon or whatever. And if you can have this thing mounted up somewhere hidden, that's pretty dang cool to have it, maybe mounted up high, maybe up above a door frame or something. That could be really nice. A couple tech specs real quick. It is compact and low profile. It's designed and engineered in Michigan, USA. And the length is 4.2 inches. Width is 1.5 inches. And then the height is 0.5 inches. Pretty much all major brands are going to work with this. It also says, is it safe for ammo? It says it will not negatively impact your ammo. Most components of ammo are completely non-magnetic. Brass cases, copper, lead bullets, gunpowder, and primers are all non-magnetic, so you don't have to worry about that. And there is a 100% money-back guarantee with this thing. Let's talk about this magnetic mount, the pros and cons of it. So, starting off with cons, I think there's 2 major ones that come to mind. So the first major thing to take into consideration, I think, is just that your firearm isn't locked up. If it's sitting up against a wall or something just like this, in theory, anyone could grab it and pull it off that magnet and now they can use it. If you've got kids around or whatever, obviously you want to keep these things out of range of people who shouldn't be handling the firearms. The next thing to consider is just that it doesn't cover the trigger guard at all. Obviously the trigger is wide open, so if you grab the gun like this, bad things can happen. Make sure you've got proper trigger discipline when you're pulling it on and off of the mount. Just one more thing to keep in mind there. But as far as pros go, I mean, obviously you can mount this just about anywhere. It is super, super small, and you can have access to your firearm in places where you might not normally be able to, or at least have it secured in places you might not be able to. So for instance, if you've got it in the center console of your vehicle, a lot of people keep firearms in there, but they're just in there, right? So maybe mount this up against one of the inside walls of that center console, and then you've always got your firearm just chilling. Its muzzle's pointed down. When you grab it, you're ready to go, and you can come up from there. Another huge pro of this thing is the fact that it's covered in a nice rubber. I was really concerned about that, to be honest. This is an extremely strong magnet. Like, just watch this. Like, it hits that gun hard, and I was concerned. This is my brand new Performance Center slide. I thought maybe there'd be a scratch on there, but I've done this a bunch for this video now, and the slide is still completely clean. So you can feel good about, if you have a fancy 1911 or something like that thrown up against this, is just, you don't have to worry about it scratching up your guns at all. And the last big thing is that it's 25 bucks. It's super affordable. I think there's a lot of good uses for these. As I mentioned, I think like as a home defense weapon, like a shotgun or something, mounted above a door frame, like if you had this above the door frame and a shotgun right up there so you can go through that door frame, reach up and grab it or something, I think that would be really, really nice. Obviously, it's out of reach of kids and things like that. No one would really think to walk through that door jamb and look up to see it. So I like that about it. And then being able to put it in like the center console and things, like I said, where you can kind of secure the firearm there. It also says that it is built with like suspension in mind. So when you have this in a vehicle, a Jeep or a truck or something like that, even if you're off-roading or anything like that, the suspension, the shock of it shouldn't take the magnet off the firearm. It says you can rest easy knowing the firearm is going to stay exactly where it's supposed to be. And I believe it with how strong this thing is. The mounting options are endless with this, as I mentioned, in the house, in the car, but you can also, if you've got a safe or something like that, you get maybe 5 of these, just put them along the door, and you've always got somewhere for your handguns to go, and even rifles and shotguns, like I said. It just keeps them secured, so they're not just sitting up on top of a shelf in the safe or something like that. They're out, they're displayed, it looks really nice, it looks really clean, and you don't have to worry about them scratching and stuff, like I said. So for 25 bucks, I think it's a pretty stellar deal. FlexSolo, again, is the name of this one. It's made by BravoBelt. So that is the FlexSolo magnetic mount. I'm a fan of this thing, man. It feels really good. It's heavy duty. I like the rubber on the end, so you're not worried about your firearm. The mounting options are endless, as I mentioned, and for 25 bucks, it's hard to beat. So if you are interested in this thing, the link to the Amazon page is in the video description below, and it is also it's pinned at the top comment in the comments section. So check it out if you're interested. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. We've got a bunch more videos coming your way. And that's all I've got for you today. So thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time on Green Light Shooting.